I'm sorry for the lack of videos lately. I've just been feeling pretty, really rough. Some depression, very nice shit that I just love dealing with it. Just want to talk about this Roblox shit because if even I'm talking about this, then it's a rough time. But real quick, for those people with maybe lesser attention span or something, here's some visuals on the screen if you want to see those. But this is literally my final straw, what's been happening lately. If you don't know, there's been an update that literally forces you to not only have an ID verified account, you have to verify your ID. I'll get onto that in more detail in a minute because I know some people are gonna say some shit about that. I wanna get my 2 cents. But the main thing is that you need to fucking pay for Roblox Plus to publish games for all ages now. I mean, that means everyone can play it. If you want everyone to be able to play your Roblox game now, you need to pay for Roblox Plus. Not even once. It has to be active. If it runs out, you cannot, update your game. Or, I don't even know, maybe it'll unpublish altogether. I'm not sure about that. But even still, that would suck. Even still, that would be shitty. Do they have any idea about how actually bad this is? It might seem good on paper, you'll get maybe some sexual games, some adult games, some horrible shit off of there, maybe. Possibly that might work, maybe. I'm not even betting on that, to be honest. But most of the people who would be, well, a lot of the people who would be developing are younger people who just want to try it out, who just want to make shit, maybe publish it, have people play it, enjoy it, maybe make money off of it if it gets big enough. If you win that jackpot. But it's okay. People are gonna tell me in the comments, in fact people have already been saying, oh, it's not a big deal because, Steam forces you to do it, Xbox, PlayStation, Epic Games, all of those, they force you to do it too. But the distinction there is that kids, or really anyone who wants to be an up-and-coming developer, might see Roblox and try it out. The thing with Roblox is it's always been free to do it. It's always been free. Since 2006 until whenever the hell this comes out, maybe in May or June or something, I don't exactly know. But I think somewhere around there, it's always been free to develop for and publish it and to play it. It's always been a free game. That's the entire point of the platform. Most of those same people especially, would not think, I'm gonna go to Steam or to Epic Games or to the Xbox PlayStation store to publish my game. Because that costs a lot of money. In fact, a lot more money than what Roblox would be charging you. The Roblox Plus subscription is $5 a month, and even that's what another thing I was gonna touch on was that $5 in the US, that doesn't sound like a lot of money, right? In other countries, you don't know, people don't realize that in other countries, not only is the currency different, $5 might be equivalent to $8 or $10, 15, 20, 25, whatever, in their country currency. But in addition to that, the wages, the cost of living might be drastically different in those countries. There's probably places where, like, let's say, I don't know, like, a budget phone, for example, like, it might be like $150 in the US. That's not a lot. But in other countries, that might be like their entire monthly, wage. Like, same thing here. $5 might be like $30 in another country, like equivalent, which might be like half of someone's wage, or like a 20, like a 30%. Like that's a lot more than just like what, like maybe a quarter of an hour, half an hour of work. What you would equate to that in the U.S., something like that. That's so much different. That's already an entry barrier right there. The ID verification to publish games, it's industry standard on like those platforms I mentioned earlier, right? But Roblox has never been this way. It's always been accessible for anyone to publish on. And now suddenly, this such high barrier of entry, and with the requirement of literally paying them every single month, might I add, is just stupid. That's seriously gonna wreck, and is possibly already wrecking right now, some people's dreams, aspirations, careers, future, like future endeavors, like all of this. If they ever wanted to like go big on Roblox, they're probably not gonna be forking over anything to even, try. Especially with how notorious it is now. Like all these things tend to award slop now. That's just how shit is nowadays in 2026. But and every store has that problem, that slop problem. But still, like that doesn't make Roblox any better in that regard, because it's still it's actually worse, because it's always been free. That's always been their whole point, is to be a free thing. It's just so accessible. The entire reason so many kids and adults play it is literally because of the sheer accessibility. You can have a shitty piece of shit computer and play it. You can make anything you want. It's just so accessible, or at least it was until it's not going to be very accessible anymore. I just feel like Roblox is, year by year, month by month, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, destroying everything that made Roblox, what actually made them appealing, what made them so, enjoyable, what made people want to actually play it. I just feel like now it's becoming such a big corporatized shit fest. That's really what it is. A big corporatized shit fest. It's depressing. Like, from whenever I think back to when I played it in 2016 versus now, it was so different. Everything was so different. It just felt so much more fun, so much more alive, so much more. It just felt like a better platform, even though it technically might not have been. Technically, like the moderation issues. Well, I still feel like back then it was probably better than this shit. But even still, like, despite technically there being advancements, I feel like maybe 2016-ish, 2014-ish, that was like the golden age. And ever since they became public in 2021, I would argue that's when the downfall started. Like when they changed experiences to games, which I think now they're reverting in, 5 years later. Like, I mean, not but the audio privacy update, the animation update, all the updates, the chat update, the I feel like ever since they've been so hell-bent on pleasing their investors by becoming public, that's when the platform really started to take a nosedive in terms of quality, like really bad. So bad. It honestly doesn't really feel like the same platform anymore. Even now the heads update, they're removing like 2D faces and like all this shit which glitch out massively on R6 and like everything else like that. If you don't use like Arthur, it's all glitchy. You know, I just feel like Roblox is destroying itself. I feel like all those rumors about Roblox being like, oh my god, they're gonna shut down. No, it's just a joke. Haha, it'll never happen. I genuinely feel like, even though I know Roblox is practically invincible now, I still feel like their days, realistically, might be starting to be numbered because all of this shit that's happening, eventually it's gonna get to a point where everyone's gonna realize this and wake up to this, and it's gonna be bad. Who am I kidding? A lot of the young people probably don't know what all this shit is, but those who do, are not gonna like any of this. I just feel like Roblox is losing itself, and I feel like eventually it'll get to a point where, you know, no one's gonna want to play it anymore. And that's sad, because I always think back every time something happens. I think back to how it used to be and how much better I thought it was. You could say that, oh, nostalgia's taking over. Oh my god, you wish you were living in 2016. You might say you were, but you will be glad you're in 2016. No, I genuinely feel like that was a much better time. Because all this shit on the internet in general and Roblox, it's gotten out of hand. This is the final straw. This is gonna kill so many people's dreams, aspirations, careers, or their plans. Because Roblox wants more money. And honestly, how the hell are they even gonna make more money from this? I bet they're making tons more money on all of these games than what people will be willing to pay for the subscriptions. It just doesn't make any sense to me. As an outsider who doesn't constantly look at the stock prices, which has seen a 60% drop in the last 6 months, I don't get any of this. I don't understand the choice on any of this shit. I don't understand the appeal behind making a platform worse like this to piss everyone off, which in turn lessens your chance of making more money off of them. Like, call me insane, call me stupid, call me some out of touch person who doesn't understand like financial fiscal shit, but I don't understand any of these decisions. Like, it just doesn't make sense. If they really want to make as much money as possible in a short span of time, I'm sorry, this ain't how you do it. This is not how you do it. This is not at all. You're gonna probably be losing even more valuation from this. Because everyone's so pissed off at it, they're probably not gonna be paying for it except all the big guys who can afford it and don't care about any of this shit. All of those big people are probably gonna be fine if they would even want to be doing this. But any smaller or up-and-coming developer on this platform, I'm sorry to say, you're fucked. You're just fucked by this update. You're screwed. You're done. Because this is unattainable for many of the fucking player base and developer base. I don't know if you realize that. but this is gonna be out of reach for so many people. And yet you're here forcing it and framing it like it's the best thing ever. When it's not. This is, and I can't believe I'm actually saying this. This is, I think, the worst update they've ever done. Literally the worst. Worse than the audio update. Worse than the age check update. Even the chat update. This is worse than all of that. Because yes, those are bad. They limit communication. They limit, the choice. They limit your freedom. This actively kills off so many people's dreams, aspirations, plans, you name it. Even their livelihoods currently are gonna be either stopped or heavily retarded by this update. Because of the extra money they would need to invest just to keep the game up for everyone. God damn it. You know those things that just piss you off so much that you just really want to see the person behind them suffering. I'm at that point now. I want to see Roblox as a company suffer massively from this decision. I don't think they really deserve much more money, evaluation, growth, anything if they keep treating, honestly, probably their most important demographic like shit. Just alienating one of, if not their most important demographic. Not to mention their most prominent demographic. A lot of the people, even in 2026 on Roblox, are kids. The average age has gone up. Yes, it's gone up. That doesn't mean that a lot of, little tykes aren't still on the platform. There are still a lot of them. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. This video is way too fucking long as it stands. I highly doubt anyone's gonna watch all of this in its entirety, or even really, even really 2% of the way through. But if you're still here with me, if you're still listening to me right now, thank you. I'm really grateful. And I can't believe that it's gotten to this point. But that's all I have to say for this video. I'll see you in the actual next real video. I just wanted to make this video as a little thing, a little I just wanted to voice my opinion on this. Because some people who know me might know me as a former Roblox-Tuber. I didn't even really enjoy doing it, but I was doing it. See you in the next video. Peace the fuck out.